single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hi everyone, this is your girl Rosita Cooper. We're on Living Your Dreams with Rosita. Today my special guest is SIDDIQ. How you doing today?
I am doing spectacular. How you doing, sister?
I am good. I am good. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm honored to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So I want you to give us some information about yourself, and then I'm gonna get into the questions and stuff, you know.
What kind of information you wanted me to get?
Because the thing is, the question that I might have might not be, I might miss some stuff that you want to say. You want them to know about you. So like where you was born, that was not in your bio. You know, so you know, people actually usually give some type of information about themselves.
Yeah, I'm a citizen of the earth, so I don't have no geographical location to be identified with. I'm just a citizen of the earth.
Okay.
You know, so that's been my answer for almost 22 years.
Okay. So you don't want nobody to know.
I don't really represent nowhere. You know how people try to put you in a box of where you represent, and then try to determine what you like because of where you from.
Yeah.
And and I've lived multiple places. Like before we came on, we was discussing. I actually lived in Mississippi. I didn't just frequent there. I lived there for a number of years with my family, with because my people from Clarksdale, Mississippi. So they moved various places. I've lived in a lot of places, so I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a social mutt. You know, I can blend in anywhere, but I'm just a citizen of the earth.
Okay. Well, I wanted you to give some information and stuff about Comedy Central and where you were raised and the stuff like that. But we're gonna get into the question thing.
Those are the things that people I guess people use those as badges of honor, and I do interviews like I do comedy shows. You know how people go, you've been to a comedy show and they giving all this. You seen him on Apollo, you seen him on it, and then he not funny. It's like because the people don't care what you've been on. They want you to be entertaining right now. So to give a short bio, I've been on Showtime. I was the host of Bill Bellamy's Ladies Night Out special that was on Showtime. I toured with D.L. Hughley for 5 years. I have six comedy albums. Just recorded number 7. Been nominated for a Grammy with Chris Dave and the Drumheads, doing all the comedy sketches on his album. I had a Comedy Central half-hour special. I've had a Comedy Central full-hour special. I have 3 albums with Comedy Central. I've been on, I was the season finale on HBO's Def Comedy Jam 2013. I was considered Comedy Central's comic to watch. I've been on maybe 7 world tours. The list goes on. I've been doing stand-up for 22 years. I was on Comedy View for 3 seasons. Who's Got Jokes, Off the Chain, Comedy Central Presents. I've been on like multiple shows with Comedy Central. I was one of the finalists in NBC's Bring the Funny last year on the show on NBC. Man, I was on Tom Joyner Cruise 4 years in a row. It's so much.
That's what I want you to give the people. Tell them what you're doing. See, you're not on comedy stage right now, so you don't have to worry about if people know your badges that they looking for you to be funny. Right now, we're looking for your story. So we're not looking for you to be funny unless you want to be funny. Then both of us be funny. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. That's funny, right? So I've given my rundown.
Okay,
And,
okay. I think that is so awesome. I want to say that I'm proud of you. For real, I'm really proud of you. You know, you have accomplished a lot of things that you have done. Your goals that you already accomplished. There's a lot of people trying to get to those goals, and a lot of them haven't even started. Just a dream right now. So that's what this show is all about: living your dreams. You know, so it's telling the story of how you got started. What inspired you to get started? I know you said Richard Pryor, you know, and all the folks. And,
did I say Richard Pryor?
yeah.
Bio, I did. I think somebody wrote that in there.
Well, you need to get them to check your bio because you said you had 3 albums just then. I mean, 6 albums on your bio. It said 3.
Yeah, that's probably when the last time because I dropped 2 albums in 2019.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I'm doing. I do so much stuff that they can't really even keep up. It's probably 9 other things that, because I'm just that as we sitting there talking, I just remembered I'm on Punk. Punk did a reboot with Chance the Rapper and is the host of it, and I'm on Punk. You know,
oh, nice. I gotta watch.
I forgot.
I gotta watch that episode.
Yeah, it's on this network called Quibi. You can get the app. I punked Megan Thee Stallion. I punked French Montana. I punked Odell Beckham. Who else did I punk? The Baby. I punked somebody else. It's so many. It's so many people. Like I'm on that. I'm doing so much that I can't really keep up with. Or they can't keep up with that. I just dropped,
because half of the stuff that you named is not on your bio. And see, people need to know that. You know, I would like to read up on you and know those things about you. And I understand, you know, a lot of folks be humble. I like the humbleness and stuff. But at the same time, you've done great accomplishments that a lot of people want to do. You know, so, and you got your fans out there and they want to keep up too. You know?
I think I have one of the most popular stories and saying is a show called This Is Not Happening. A lot of people say this is a meme going around right now. It said Mexican got on boots. That's a story that I did, and it's a meme going around talking about the ride ain't even got bad yet. Wait till the Mexican put their boots on. It's all type of memes about Mexican got on boots, and it stems from a story that I did on this show called This Is Not Happening. Mm-hmm. So it's so, you know, you do a lot of stuff, and like I got a lot of charitable work that I do. I do things for the Houston Food Bank. It's a lot, you know. So it's hard to keep up with.
Tell us about the charity thing that you do.
I do a show every year called the Job Turkeys, and we donate funds and food to the Houston Food Bank. Okay. But now I just started my Head Smart Foundation, and the Head Smart Foundation whole mission is to get young African American males and females to learn how to communicate better and how to use a brain over being emotional. You know, a lot of people, I'm really not a catalyst of emotions. I'm a catalyst of using your brain. Well, you know, because emotions is like people react to things instead of respond. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't tell people you shouldn't have emotions, but your emotions should be contained by what you think. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And not just, you know, going off your feelings, because it's a lot of people in prison behind just following their emotions. You know what I'm saying? When you think about things a little longer, then you get a better feel for what you should do and how you should move. And so the Head Smart Foundation, that's our mission, and to take African American children around the world to see how the rest of the world operates, because sometimes our perspective is only drawn from the limited scope that we have as what we've been exposed to. So when you expose people to more things and you implement more things into your life, such as different languages, you know, it would be a beautiful thing if we had African American children that spoke multiple languages. And it's scientifically proven that people who speak multiple languages tend to achieve more, and they don't get in like trouble. You know, they don't get bogged into peer pressure because they can change their narrative whenever they want to. Like people who have children, if your child can speak Spanish, your child can speak French, your child can speak Mandarin, they really kind of like don't have the low self-esteem issues like in their mind, because they've already accomplished something. They can change their narrative whenever they want to. If they don't want to speak English all day, it's no problem. You know, they can just, you know, they broaden their horizons. You know, take African American children with passports. Like I want people's children to be like my children. You know, my children been having passports since they were old enough to get them. And, you know, when you're a child, you have to renew every 3 years. And the thing is, I've taken them so many places for them to see the world in a different perspective. And like, yo, man, you can do this and you can live a good life. You don't have to be ashamed, because sometimes it's another thing that's crippling our neighborhood. Kids are ashamed to be well-to-do. They think that you need some sort of street credit. You know, I served a 6-year prison sentence for street credit. You know what I'm saying? I had 15. I did 6 on the 15 for street credit, and what did that get me? You know what I'm saying? Outside of a record,
and lost time.
Lost time. So people think that that's some sort of badge of honor to go to prison or to do things that's just detrimental to your community, and not understanding that you don't have a community. You know, I'm trying to teach these kids how to own land and have investment groups and want to come from and not be embarrassed that you come from a wealthy position. You know, because I don't know people. I don't know people that work hard and make money to have their kids go through the same hardship as them. And I'm saying, like, you make your money and then you buy something in the same neighborhood that scoped you, that gave you your fortitude. Yeah. And so these kids are understand, because my thing is, you know, I don't want to make money and get some stardom or get some type of influence and move away from my community. Because what about the kids that's in that community that need to see a different role model other than the poverty and the ghetto-ness that I saw? You know what I'm saying? Then you start to change that. You start to change that community. You own the corner store in your community, like my uncle owns in Mississippi. You know, you own the community center and you buy the land, and somebody know, hey, that's Mr. SIDDIQ's land, and he, you know, it's certain things that as a community person, the person who know that he owes his community so much, that you have a obligation to do, and you have an obligation to put into your children, because you don't want them to go through the same hardship. You don't want child to go through the same hardship. I wasn't raised like that to influence people to do wrong. You know, even the wino when I was growing up didn't want me to be a wino. You know what I'm saying? He hey man, don't be out here drunk like me. You know what I'm saying? He would say that. And so I remembered that. So I never want to influence somebody to do something that's going to be detrimental to their life.
Exactly. So what inspired you to get started? I know you, well, I ain't going to go off your bio no more, because I know it was sad. What inspired you to get started?
So, I think I always wanted to be entertaining and funny. So when I was in prison, I was one of them dudes who was fighting, you know, for about the first 2 years. You know, it was easy for me to get into a fight, or me to slap somebody or do something wild. And then these old cats kind of pulled me to the side. They was like, man, you got a lot of influence and people listen to you. So you should be more responsible with how you move. And I was like, man, that ain't my job. That ain't. And he said, no, man, you should really. So sitting around these old cats, and they were funny to me. You know, they like just sitting around them talking to them. They was very entertaining. And I was like, you would almost forget that you was in prison because the way these old cats interacted with each other, whether they was playing chess, whether they was playing basketball, whether they was just walking around the yard, politicking on how we should move. So then I just started to develop this, hey man, I'd rather be humorous with people and in a breath of fresh air than be caught up in what we in. And so it just happened to where I was just observationally jovial with the people that I was around. And then I got moved from that unit to another unit, LS2. And on LS2 I was the what they call a SSI, is basically a janitor on this closed custody block where they were locked up for like 23 hours. And most people mistreated them that worked over there, like mistreating in not in the physical manner, but in the manner of they wouldn't give them their food when it was hot. You know, they give them cold food. They couldn't go to commissary. They would give them the worst clothes because in their mind, well, they ain't getting out the cell. Why give them some fresh underwear or fresh clothes? But it's about treating people well. You know, that's what I gathered when I was there. So I would just treat them right. And because they didn't have a TV, I would watch Martin. I would watch the episodes of Martin, and I would come to the block next day and I'll perform all the whole episode. I'm playing all the parts. I'll be watching with intensity. So when Martin was over, so I just started giving commentary about what was going on in the prison and what people was acting like, whether they was on the run up where I was at or somewhere else in the prison. And then talking about the guards and and they would sit at the bars and they would just listen because I was like they entertainment. In my mind, I was like, man, if I can make people who, so to speak, have nothing to be happy about laugh and forget their words, I think the world will be a lot easier. So, you know, I made a conscious effort to become a comedian when I got out.
Nice. So when you was a kid, what was you thinking about that you wanted to be? What did you want to be then?
Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL all day long. Navy SEAL, special ops, Navy SEAL, all black, come in the middle of the night. Straight.
So when you got out of high school, then what did you go to college?
Texas Southern University.
Okay, so what did you take up?
I would definitely say I took up the rec center.
Okay.
I was in the rec center. I was student union. I was in the rec kicking it. You know, I was already selling dope by that time. The only reason I even went and applied to go to school because my friends was there. But most of the time I was in the streets already hustling. Everybody didn't know I was hustling, but if you close enough, you like, well, I remember when he bought his BMW at 17. So yeah, I went to prison like 4 days after I turned 19.
Nah.
Like, yeah, so I was there a short period of time just because my friends was there. And I put people through college while I was selling dope. I was being, you know, destructive and positive at the same time. Like, you couldn't pay your tuition or you couldn't buy your books, and you was one of my people, that's easy. Like, he owed the money for that, he owed the money for this. And you know, I sometimes people think that everything is all bad, but sometimes I can look back and think of things that I did because I had the money, because I knew I wasn't this person. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I'm doing something, and you know, I remember when the dude first told me, "Hey man, everybody over here hustle," and in my mind, I was like, "Man, my mama got a job. What I need to hustle for? My mama got a job." Like, I'm not out there struggling. My mama got a job, man, a good job. You know what I'm saying? My mama build computers, my man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the littles, like she on a assembly line. I'm talking about the mainframe, the board. Like my mom's a smart woman, and she's a history professor now. So it's like, you know, so my stepdad had a good job. My stepdad and my mama worked at the same place.
So when you got
My daddy had a good job. My daddy started the carrier service downtown Houston. You know what I'm saying? So he owned his own business. That was the first person that told me that you can't work for nobody else. You know, you can get this. So I'm here.
okay, you keep talking. I can still hear you. It was just frozen.
Yeah, but you know, like anything, you get my pops had a carrier service, and he also sold cocaine and speed on the side. That's just point that out. But the thing is, I started hustling, but I can still remember the thing. I was still community, man. I was going to I wrote Barbara Bush a letter, and she wrote me a letter back, and it was about all the drugs and gang violence in my neighborhood, and and it's like I was a part of it, but didn't really want to be a part of it. But I'm already caught in this way I do. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm making money, and this is what I'm doing. But my thing that can be implemented into our community that can facilitate us being different than what we are. Even I just look back on something like, yo, well, he paid. I tried to sell dope, but he made me go to school and pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, he go your first, you know, semester period. Like whatever it is, here it is. Just hit me with it. Don't get out in these streets. And I think my fondest memory when I was in the streets hustling, we have a mall out here called Sharpstown Mall, and this is when Foot Locker used to be upstairs in that mall. And my boy was working; he was the manager at that Foot Locker, and I came and I was like, "Yo, lower the gate." And now the store packed this Saturday. I say, "Lower the gate," and it was people that when they saw the gate lowering, it was some people trying to get out, and so he just let them out. But it was a lot of people that stayed in. And I was in the middle of the store. I'm like, it was like at least 30 people, you know, people with their kids and whatever. I was like, yo, man, everybody that's in here, get whatever you want. However much you want, get whatever you want, just get it. My man is the manager there. He got 10 pair of sneakers. He the manager. He was like, yo, I'm good too. Like, yeah, everybody good. So I bought everybody. You know what I'm saying? And my man heard, my partner heard from Queens. He was with me, and he like, yo, do that mean me? Yeah, that mean you. You with me? What are you talking about? So man, I think I may have spent close to about 15, 16, almost $20,000 that day just in sneakers. And I remember this girl when I think Jordan had just came out with the little baby Jordan clothes or whatever. She was like, "Can I get this for my baby?" And she was pregnant. Her baby wasn't even out yet. She was like, "Can I get this?" Like, get whatever. And I was free-handed like that with money always because it money is something that you use. It's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's like a pair of pliers. If you want to get a job and you want to unscrew something, you may need pliers. You may need a Allen wrench. Whatever you need, that's what money is to me. You know, it's like, you know, it's to spend. You know, because it's one thing I've always prided myself on, because I've listened to a lot of old dudes, and old dudes used to say things that I live by. Hey, youngster, you ain't never gonna see a U-Haul fall on the hearse, man. So spend it.
Exactly. Exactly. I've heard that a lot. You don't see people money going in their casket either.
You know what I'm saying?
And if they put some jewelry in there of yours, they just gonna put 1 or 2 pieces. They gonna keep the rest. The family gonna be fighting over there.
Put that man wedding band on him.
I know.
Yeah.
And 1 diamond ring that he really liked. The rest of them go with me.
And you don't want to put that in there because you think the grave people gonna take that. You know, like, I'm cool. I'm all the way cool. The grave people like, y'all gone so we can bury it. Going on. Like, why you rushing us? Put the dirt over him. Nah, right? we that late. We do that late. We do that once the family leaves.
You know how they stand back in the corner and stuff, leaning on the shovels and stuff. Then when the preacher get finished and stuff, they be like, y'all done? All right, well, we'll take it over from here.
Jump down. That man that jumped down there I'll take that off that brother. He ain't gonna need that where he going.
Exactly. But that's how people think, though.
Brothers always. Yeah.
It's a lot of people that buys a lot of stuff and think that, you know, like, it can't go with you. It cannot go with you. Your family and friends, well, not really your friends, because your family gonna be the first one to fight through it, you know. But yeah.
What's the name of this show?
This show is Living Your Dreams with Rosita. Can you hear me?
Rosita Cooper. That's how you gotta say it. Yeah, I can hear you.
Living Your Dreams.
It broke up a little bit.
You said what?
It broke up a little bit.
Living Your Dreams with Rosita.
Rosita. You don't put the coupe on the end. You just say it with Rosita.
That's
how you say it all the time. Living your dreams with Rosita.
I know, Rosita. It sounds like, you know, back in the day how they used to walk and stuff and have a band playing behind them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I hear when I say my name.
older men, which I'm getting up there where I don't consider myself my more mature partner. I said, man, I'm gonna do this show with this lady named Rosita. He said, man, fine. First of all, I'm like, where you get that from? He said, cause her name Rosita, man. It's like, let me tell you something. It's 2 finest women in the world gonna be Rosita and anybody named Gertrude. Gertrude gotta be. But I said, I'm talking about ghetto logic sometime. And then I'm talking about this ghetto logic. That boy done told me, say, hey man, now after you finish that interview, you call me, you tell me, was I right or was I wrong? It's somebody right now waiting for me to call him and say, was he right or was he wrong about what he was saying? Right. This is ghetto logic. 100. And the lady named Rosita. This is always when they lean into, look, boy, lady named Rosita.
Don't forget this when they when y'all do this, y'all gotta play.
That boy got to come here. Look at man. Let me tell you something. That woman gonna be fine, boy. I said we're gonna be on the screen. Now you're gonna be able to tell. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, And call me afterwards, and you tell me what you just saw. I said, man, I can't even believe that we even having this discussion about. He said, I'm telling you, boy, where's she from? I said, I don't know where she from. Her name Rosita. She from the South somewhere. I'm telling you. I said, this boy got. And then he always want to hit me with this. He want to hit me with this, with the point. Look at boy, I've been around a long time. This is what I'm saying. Boy, let me know he been around longer than me. Hey, I've been around longer than you, boy. I've been around. I know things.
But tell him I said hi.
Ghetto logic at its finest.
And he was right.
I
am fine.
I concur. Boy, that's great. After that boy he's waiting too. He had it and I almost had you pegged. Look here, she ain't gonna be too dark and she gonna be too light. Her hair gonna be short. Know that her hair gonna be short. I said, well, how you know the lady ain't gonna have no weave? Rosettas don't wear no weave. They don't need to. Show cut. Listen to Anita Baker yesterday. Show cut. Like how you know that lady listened to Anita Baker? The lady listened to Anita Baker yesterday. Show cut. You know what I'm saying? She walked like she trying to catch you up in the rapture. Just know that. You know what I'm saying? Man, where are you getting any of this from? He said, man, I'm trying to tell. Boy, names mean a lot, boy. Names mean a lot, man. You ever met a woman named Africa? You can't call a woman named Africa no hope. That's Africa, boy.
Exactly. Oh my God.
I say, man, you man.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to tell you, she gonna be ain't it fine too. Just know that. Like, now you know what ain't it fine is. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I know what that is. I know what ain't it fine is.
Ain't it fine is that grown woman fine.
You see somebody on, you be like, man, who that? What is that? you know that book. Anybody who ever lived in Mississippi know ain't fine.
Yeah.
But it's that one on that show up. They show up at that picnic. You be like, who is she? That's your Aunt Jackie. Ooh, my aunt. That's your mama baby sister.
Look, I was jogging at this park one time, and it was like 3 little boys, and they was playing and stuff. They looked like they about 8, 9 years old, and so I'm constantly jogging around the track thing, and like my 3rd time coming around there, they said, I guess they had already been talking about, so they were gonna see how I was gonna respond. They said, "Hey, Miss Parker." I turned around and said, "Hi, boys." You should have seen that face.
A lot of our older partners have theories about things. They say, man, you gotta raise little boys to be able to see what you saw growing up. It's not a lot of dudes on the feminine side coming from where we from, because how we grew up, because you would always see women that we considered, back in the day, the word was a fox. Like, yo, this woman right here is a stone cold fox. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my son only 9. I remember my son, he saw this lady, and that boy eyes was like, ooh. I'm like, I'm looking at him like, and I said, hey son, they're running the family. Your grandfather, your uncles, all your your daddy, everybody, that right there, that shape right there, you gonna always like that shape. My son, and I'm talking about this when he was 6. He 9 now. That boy see something to tap me. Daddy, what is that? First of all, boy, stop pointing in this grocery store. You're supposed to have respect. You just look and you just go on. That boy.
That was right there.
Like, hey man, I gotta tap it. I say, man, that's what's known as fox, boy. And sometimes
you can tell when he get old, he gonna be one of those guys who like, hey, you, come here. I'm talking to you.
He can come in this room right now. My son come in this room right now and see you on this screen. That boy gonna be looking like that.
Silly.
Son, you can't see around the screen. That boy be like, but. And I don't trip because I want him to be what I can be proud of. I'm like, hey, me right there. That's my son. That's my son right there. The one right there, that's my son.
He's so silly.
Hassan Masood. It just seemed like it once again, like my boy was like, hey man, you ain't gotta worry about him. I say, why you say that? His name Hassan Masood. You can't get no manlier than that. Say, boy, when's the last time you seen a funny style Hassan? Come on now, dude. They don't even accept that. He had to change his name. They don't even accept that in the community. In their community, Hassan. That's too strong. Say, boy, y'all, these ghetto logic, baby. You say, man, look at your name. Your name's SIDDIQ, man. Come on now. Yeah, because my name is my performance name is Ali SIDDIQ. Mm-hmm. People was having a problem with pronouncing SIDDIQ, so I just changed it. But my name is Ali Nasir. Is SIDDIQ Nasir Ali.
Oh, nice.
So, hey, man, people be like, yo, man, your name is SIDDIQ, fam. What that mean? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. How you gonna be? What you look like?
You got to put a little hard on there. You can't say SIDDIQ.
Your name too hard. Man.
Hey, SIDDIQ. Just like Cooper. See, that's why I can't put that's why I can't put Cooper on the last end of my name. See, my name is Rosita Consuela. And then folks be like, what's your last name? Cooper. You know, that Cooper just got that hard side, that to it. You know, Rosita Consuela Cooper.
Consuela. I'll tell that man, your middle name Consuela, it's gonna be another 30 minutes. Now, boy, have you ever seen Consuela? They wasn't together. Oh, come on, boy. I think they named salsa dancing out of Consuelas. Like, you think they started salsa dancing for Consuelas? The tango or something? These boys, I'm talking about this ghetto forensics.
Why are you saying it?
I'm saying we literally, my friends have a lot of theory. I remember when we first even said the word ghetto forensics, because we saw a piece of hair in the street, like a track in the street, and we like, look, let me tell you what happened. So you just gonna make it. Hey, it was a fight. Just know it was a fight. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was losing, and then they went to pulling hair. And then the girl track came out. And they're like, ghetto forensics. Just gonna come up with a whole story off of just a one piece of it. Not that it fell off a dumpster or I don't know how it got there, but in his mind, there was a fight.
You know what? I think that's what made me start writing and stuff when I was younger. Because me and my brother used to do that. We were like, I can tell you what happened right there. And everybody just come up with this major story. You said what?
So what is that? What is that a tattoo of on your arm?
This is a rose and Rosita. Cause my name means a little rose, and my mother's name is May Rose, which means a rose. So I got the rose represent her and me watching over her.
Oh. Yeah, I always like to know what people would, because you know how people nowadays just get tattoos and they not saying that you would do that, but there's people, a lot of people get tattoos with no type of meaning to them. And like I have almost a whole sleeve up to mean something, and I know the places that I got them. You know, some in the country, some out the country. You know, multiple states where I was at. It's a story behind almost every tattoo that I got, that I have.
Nice.
That I possess. I only got it on the left. So
you ain't got that on your right side, on your other side.
Everything's on the right, nothing's on the left.
Okay. So
And then it's a safe haven for me too. I remember when I was coming up, these women used to be like, "Oh, I slept with Ali," and I was like, "What?" And then the girl who they told it to, I was like, "Well, ask them how many tattoos I have," and they were like, "Well, he don't have no tattoos," and she was like, "Oh, okay." Ain't nothing else to be explained, because I didn't have any visible tattoos. If you dealt with me in any form or fashion, you would know that where I have tattoos at and what they look like. It's no possible way for you not to know. And if you didn't know, if you didn't think I had no ink, you're like, nah, going on.
So they just couldn't describe your private part and then just, and be on point.
Gotta know where that ink at, because it's too noticeable. It's too noticeable not to know that this man has tattoos, and because I have big pieces. I don't have a lot of little pieces. I got big pieces. So it was like, oh, he ain't got no tattoos. Like, oh, okay.
You get that wrong. You just shut up.
You get that wrong. You all the way. You so to the wrong.
Exactly. Just shut up. Like.
That's like missing his flag behind me. Oh, I did an interview with him. Did he have a flag behind it? No, I don't think he had a flag.
There wasn't no flag. He was just a wall. With green and red.
And somewhere on my person, I have this flag on me. I had this flag tattooed somewhere on my person. And you gotta know it's like, you can't just say, "Oh, I think he got a flag." You're like,
I know. Look. I was just gonna say that. You done gave somebody a hint, and so they gonna be like, "Oh, he got a flag on him." Yeah, I was with him. He got a flag.
Let me see. Hold on. You know how somebody can say, like, it's like saying your background. Oh, she just got a red curtain, so you gonna miss all them gold bars back there. So no gold bars. Okay.
Exactly.
She got some red curtains pulled. Like, oh, that's all she have? Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So tell us a testimonial part of your life, something that basically almost made you want to give up on what you're doing and how you got past it.
I don't have that. I don't have that. You hear them kids?
Yeah.
That's just the loud, just doing the most. I promise you, ain't nothing wrong with that child. He just be doing the most.
See, that's what they say, have fathers, parents in the house. Their mother be like, what is going on? The daddies be like, look, ain't nothing wrong with him.
She probably couldn't get something, that she couldn't reach something that she wanted to get, and her brothers and her sisters wouldn't help her, and so she just decided she just gonna scream the whole time. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that girl.
My mom and dad used to ignore me because the thing is, they got used to me taking my brother's stuff. I'm the oldest now, but I'm like the spoiled one. So, and I got 2 brothers. So I would take their stuff and run with it. I had a brother that would tease us. Like, we get cookies or something, he'll like eat little pieces, and he'll wait for everybody else to eat their stuff, and then he come back like an hour or 2 later, and then he want to just nibble on his stuff in front. So I used to snatch it and run and be eating it while I'm running. I don't care how you beat me in the back. And so I used to run into my dad and him door. So they was used to me hollering for them, and they didn't open the door.
That's that one. That girl, ain't nothing wrong with that girl. She just, in her mind, she think. Let me tell you, this is how I know. This is the thing. If something was really wrong with her, she'd have came and tried to open that door. She'd have been, that door knob would have been, she'd have been doing like that. Then I would have came out. They know if she come to me, then I'm coming out. It's finna be havoc. But as long as she doing that, no. But I don't really have any almost gave up stories. Like I've always been determined. You know, even when it wasn't going because that's the thing, I had to get past something of what I thought it should be. Yeah. That's what I have to always get past. Like, people think that you have to work for success. It's not guaranteed to you. It's not owed to you. No accolades are owed to you. You know, I got past that very early because people, how do I say it? People tend to have alliances with things. So, and they think that they can stop your progress. And if people remember like things such as this nature, like I prided myself off of this. My blessings and things that I'm achieved don't come from human beings. It comes from the Creator. The Creator has written down, I don't have to ever compromise myself to get anything because it's already written for me. I'm going to get every dollar, every accolade, every blessing that's been occurred for me, that the Creator has divine willed me without compromising myself. Exactly. So I don't have to cheat you. I don't have to be dishonest about things. I don't have to put on a dress. I don't have to compromise and know that I'm gonna achieve what I'm gonna achieve.
Exactly. Yep.
And I think that's what makes me a little different from in my walk from versus somebody else. You know, I see a lot of people. I used to get upset about, oh man, why they skipping over me for this? Because it's not for you. That's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn that's not for you, then you are cool with that, you know, because somebody else, you'll be doing something and somebody else be like, well, why didn't she that? You know why? Because it wasn't for you. Exactly. It was tailored for him. So it's like in life.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear what you
got. It's like you have on a dress. That's your dress. Just imagine wearing somebody else's dress that's not your size. It don't fit. It don't fit right. I don't wear other people's suits. I get suits tailored to fit me. I don't buy off the rack. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get a suit tailored to fit me. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people try to put on a lot of other people's suits.
Exactly.
And so they all over the place in how they live in their life. You know, I'm comfortable with who I am. Like the old tell me, man, that young boy right there comfortable in his skin.
Exactly.
And I never understood what that meant until you get comfortable in your skin. You're like, man, I'm cool with who I am. And this is what I do. I'm fine. And for men out there, and women, people are attracted to people that's comfortable in their skin. And I'm not just talking about physically attracted. They attracted to your energy. They want to help, you know, and put forth effort for you when they know that you comfortable in your skin because they know what they're getting. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Is my mom used to tell me that. He said, man, you don't have to do certain things because women are definitely gonna be impressed by how comfortable you are. He said, because when I see you, I be like, yeah, that's that I raised that man, and that man is comfortable in his skin, and you have something that a lot of people look for. Like, you believe in yourself. You literally believe in your abilities to do something. Because I don't know a lot of people who came home from the position that you came from and achieved what you have achieved. You say, man, do you realize the same city that you was destroying, that you was being destructive in, they gave you a day. Like I know, like people will say, hey, today is Ali SIDDIQ Day in the city. Like they gave you an approximation of what is your day. It's like, yo, that's legacy. Like this,
Nice.
like your children be like, hey, this, today my dad is my daddy's day. Like, oh, your daddy passed? No, this is my daddy's day every year. You know what I'm saying? In the city, that we reside in. So
nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a great accomplishment. So do you ever just go out and talk to the kids, the young boys and stuff? You say what?
All the time. It's one of my things, man. Well, I definitely gotta speak to them because I know what they're going through. I know exactly what they're going through, and it's important that somebody tells them, hey man, I know what you're going through. And sometimes you ain't got to go through that. Let me give you a bigger. I remember it's two instances that stand out when I'm going to talk to the youth. This little girl, I went to this school, this alternative school where they get sent there when they fighting and doing something that is trouble. So I go to the school, and it's this girl, she in the class, I'm doing this speech class, and I'm asking kids, what they there for, and I'm giving them other alternatives on how, why they shouldn't have been there. One little boy had told me that somebody pushed him onto somebody. Dude pushed him back, then they start fighting. I said, now 9 times out of 10, you're not giving me the whole story, and I dig it. But let me show you how not manly that is. Somebody pushed you onto another person. They pushed you back, and instead of you saying, hey man, my fault. This person pushed you. But you didn't fight the person that pushed you. You fought the person that you got pushed into, that was probably reacting off of you being pushed into. So you would not level head enough to say, yo, dude pushed me. I apologize. Boom, and move about your way. So the next one was this girl. And the girl said, I said, why are you here? She said, because I got into a fight. I said, a fight about what? She said, yeah, somebody was talking down on my dead people. And I said, did the people hear him? Everybody started laughing. I said, no, I'm not making fun. I said, I'm asking a serious question. Did the person that they talked down on, did they hear him? She said, no. I said, let me give you an example of something. I said, so I am At this time, I'm about 22. I'm in prison. I've been there a couple years, and I am playing basketball against this dude, and my jumper is wearing him out. Like I am leaning on this man, and he tries to get into my head and say, "Yeah, all right, I got you now. I'm finna lock you down like that." He used colorful language, like that female dog that you got tattooed on your chest. Everybody know what that word is. Now the person that's tattooed on my chest is my little sister's name.
Wow.
And my little sister passed away
Mm.
when she was 8.
Wow.
Most important person in this whole entire world to me. In this whole world. I'm 18. My sister gone. And that's when my sister died when I was 18. And really changed the perspective of how I was. You know, I really became more violent and more aggressive because I was in pain. Mm-hmm. So like they hurt people. Mm-hmm. And I'm really like a savage. So at the time the man said that, I had already learned that nobody can puppeteer me. I'm not a puppet where you can pull my strings whenever you choose to. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, even though you can't do that because she passed, that ain't gonna stop this jumper from busting you in your head. Game over. And you can go have a seat over there thinking about how you lost. If I would have let that man get into my head, I probably would have lost the game. I probably would have violently assaulted this man. I probably would have did some time in the hole, and I probably would have been in prison a lot longer. If in the course of that he didn't die. So now I got some more time to serve now, and then I'll never be here talking to Miss Consuela. So the thing is, I asked her, I said, so what was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to let this man puppeteer me? I said, this is the problem with you young children, that nobody is telling you that your who you are not attached to what people say. And now you're the only one in this alternative school, not her. And your people, your dead people, and I say now religiously, I know for a fact that you're not supposed to talk about, supposed to speak ill of the dead. Because one, they can't defend themselves, and two, it just hurts the living. But the living have to learn how to respond and not react. Because you can't put yourself. Because both. I say now, if in my past life, if I was to talk down on some of my dead people, I got ill intentions. You know what I'm saying? To put you and that. I say, what happens if you get so mad that you push that girl somewhere and she bump her head, you know what I'm saying, and she die in the course of that? Now you got one person in the grave, one person in a prison system, in a prison grave, rotting. It's a lot of things that you have to think about before you just go off willy-nilly on how somebody made you feel.
Exactly. So what words would you give somebody that wanted to actually get into comedy?
I'm the worst with that, because I think that comics craft as being comedians, we are very underrated, and we're very disrespected because it is like people think that anybody who says something funny around them should be a comedian. Oh, you should be a comedian. That's the first thing somebody say. You should be a comedian.
Yeah.
And I say this: I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of people. I've been to a lot of butcher shops, and I've seen butchers with knives. I've never told a butcher they should be a surgeon just because they good with a knife. And so, but I would tell somebody, which I'm the worst at this. This has to be something that you willing to dedicate yourself to, because the thing is, which is a phrase said by me, first person ever say it. Anybody else say it after that, they got it. They stole it from me, or they got it from my mouth, or they heard somebody who heard it from me say it. Comedians, we do not retire, we die, and hopefully we can do it on stage. But it's a craft that you have to be dedicated to. It's not. I know a lot of people do comedy to try to get to acting, or do comedy or something else, but then they not good comics. They just jovial for the moment. But yeah, with me, I've carved out a space in this comedy game to where even after I'm gone, people are like, well, who is the best storyteller you ever heard? Like, if you say your top 5 or your top, even if they say your top 3, they be like, top three best storytellers in comedy of all times: Bill Cosby, George Carlin, Ali SIDDIQ. Best comics of all time when it comes to storytelling. Like, that's one of the things where people will mention me. They be like, when it comes to storytelling, anybody, any single person, dead or alive, they be like, he one of the best that I've ever even seen. He one of the best I've ever even listened to. And I take that with humbly. But then I tell them people who tell me that, I'm like, man, I'm nowhere close to what I'm going to be. It's like, I'm cool now, but I'm gonna get better, because I don't ever want people like, oh, you just saying that. I'm like, no, I'm not a person who wants to stagnate myself by thinking that I'm good already. So I'm still in the mode of trying to enhance and trying to be better at what people think that I'm already good at. Like, now, because it's a thing like this. I have, and this is what I give kids when I talk to them, and sometimes when adults listen, I like, man, it's 4 to 5 phases of something. Say, when you're a kid, you want to play football or whatever sport. We just gonna say football. We say you want to play football. Then you go to high school, and you become a great high school prospect. Then from that high school prospect, you become, college and NBA. Your aspirations is to make it to the NFL. So you go to the NFL. In the NFL, you want to be one of the top dogs, so you go to the Pro Bowl. After the Pro Bowl and the Super Bowl and all the rest of that, it's still another level that you want to achieve. You want to be considered, and you want to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for what you said you wanted to do. I'm searching for comedy. I'm not cool with just being in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cool with just being in the Pro Bowl. I want to be gone and out of the Pro Bowl, and people like, yo, man, Hall of Fame, top 5 comics all time, top 3 in storytelling, one of the best that ever did it. With people, when I'm gone, dead and gone, they be like, that boy's cold, man. That boy's cold. So
nice. So what are some inspiring words that you feel as though that you can give people right now that they can teach their kids and their kids will teach their kids, you know, something that people can grow on?
Mental fortitude. Prepare your mind. Mental fortitude. You have to believe that you can achieve through all odds.
Mm-hmm.
It's no hard situations. It's just things you haven't figured out yet. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing hard. It's just you. This is your first time seeing it. This is your first time going through it. You got to contemplate. You have to have mental fortitude. One of the most life-changing things that you can achieve is to mentally have your mind conditioned to there's no problems, there's only solutions. Mm-hmm. Somebody just put something your way that you have to figure out. Oh, okay. All right. This is, I tell people this. If you ever listen to somebody who was in the streets doing wrong, it's so many things that happened because everything didn't go right. It was so many things that happened, but they always kept trying. Whether dude, man, I seen 1,000 dudes. They were selling dope. They lost their work. They had to throw their work. They still went back and got more work. They I cooked my work wrong. Everything that they did, it was an obstacle to it, and they got over all them obstacles to do wrong. You can do the same thing to do right. It's a woman. This is a dude out there or a woman out there that saw a man or a woman that you was trying to get their attention, and you did everything. You was juggling. You was running fast. You did everything you possibly could, and you turned down 100 times. It's like on good times. Papo, man, that's my man. Thelma. And she's like, never. And that boy turns around, man, I think I'm weighing her down. It's like he never gave up. You know what I'm saying? Thelma. Mental fortitude, people.
Yes. Well, is there anything else you want to get in? You want to tell them how they can find you, follow you on certain sites and stuff, and get your CDs that just came out?
Well, you can, I never thought I'd be able to say this because I never really thought about it. That's the only reason I thought I would never be able to say it. You can Google me.
Look how you say
it. ALISIDDIQ. You can get any of my albums off of any site that you download, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, any of that. And I don't. When does this air?
It will be either today or tomorrow morning. Mostly it's gonna be today because I do everything. I do the editing and all of that. So
it's gonna be today.
Yes.
What time today?
Give me like a couple of hours.
Okay, so tonight I am doing part 2 of Speak Out, on the conclusion from Speak Out 1. And you can find me on my IG page, which is my name, Ali SIDDIQ, SIDDIQ, for those who can't spell SIDDIQ. And hey, that's pretty much almost. So you put my name in, pretty much anything gonna come up on me, my specials or whatever. You can go on YouTube. I'm around.
Okay. So what time is it there where you are now?
It is. Let me look at the clock. It is 4:12 now.
Okay, so I'm an hour ahead of you. So therefore, you should be able to contact me and stuff, and then make sure that because I want to make sure that I tag you in stuff so they'll be able to find you.
Do you have an Instagram?
Yes, I do. It's Rosita. You look like you looking like, well, shit, are you gonna say the name? It's like, you want me to guess it for you?
You can just text it to my phone. So I can just hey,
okay.
Request me and I.
Okay, your phone.
Consuela.
Okay, you froze. What you said? Okay, so I'm gonna request.
I ain't froze. You froze. I've been moving the whole time. You froze.
I'm looking at you like this. I'm just playing.
You have a virtual background.
Yes.
On Zoom, I think sometimes the virtual backgrounds be freezing.
No, this right here. No, this is just a regular like banner.
Oh, that's the banner. So I be looking at these virtual background. All my stuff be terrible. Like this right here. This is terrible. This is a terrible background. Hold on, let me see if it's gonna come up. Now, it ain't even come up. Oh, yes, it did. With my flag in the way. You see it over there?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. These virtual backgrounds be so terrible. I was like, I just gotta find me.
I'm on the Mac, so it won't do the virtual. I gotta figure out what's going on with this. I can do it on one thing, but I can't do it on another.
So I'm on my Surface. I have that Mac. But man, I just got that Mac, and that Mac is something. Like everything is totally different on that Mac.
I know. I'm still trying to figure it out because I had mine like about 3 weeks now, and I'm still trying to figure it out. So
you got the big one. You probably got that big one.
Yeah.
On the keyboard, like, they got that bar on the keyboard.
Yeah, well, got a what on the keyboard?
That's letting everybody know she got money.
No, I got a good
on the board where they have a bar where you can do everything. She got that money, y'all. She got that money, y'all. That 2,300. That 2,300 on the laptop alone. I know that 2,300 on the laptop.
I got a good investor. See the thing about like I got an awesome neighbor.
That's why it's breaking up.
Whatever. I got an awesome neighbor. Like he said, you know what? You is an awesome businesswoman. You're a good lady. He said, I want to help you. And so
y'all want me to translate? Y'all want me to translate? Y'all want me to translate that, y'all? The people, y'all want me to translate it? Y'all want me to like, yeah, you fine as all I do. You want what you want this? What you want? What you want up in here? You want the Mac? Well, shit, go on get it then. Shit. Go on get it. I got you. Ain't nothing but a thing to a player. It was like, translation. You look, let me tell you something. Fellas out there. I done bought something on the whim. Just like ain't never talked to the lady again, but just on the strength that this lady was so fine in the store. That's what you need. That's what you need right now. You look like you stress on that.
What?
Get all 4 ties. Get all 4. You don't need 1 tie. Get all 4 ties. Get all 4 of them. Ain't no trip. You know what I'm saying? You need something else, you call me. You know what I'm saying? Let me assist in your life.
I wish it was like that. I stay in the house. I barely go.
Y'all, some of y'all looking at it right now want to send her a computer. She need another one. She need 2. them the ones. Let me tell y'all something, people. The ones that that you rarely see is the ones who getting the most. Unicorn is that Who wouldn't see a unicorn and want to ride it? It's a unicorn. It's the difference between a horse. And then a horse and a unicorn, two different things.
It's funny that you mentioned unicorn. You know, okay, I want to tell you this story. I'm gonna make it short now. But one of my friends, she designed clothes, and she's a Moor. So she designed, you know, how they cover up and stuff. And one of her other friends gave her a lot of material, but it was like material that was left over from stuff. So she was saying that she couldn't make anything with it. So what I did was, I was over her house. I had brought my sewing machine. I was like, we finna play like little girls. You know, this is a play day. Hey, let's sew something. You know, she was like, I got this material, but I can't make nothing with it because I don't have enough material. So I'm like, make something that I would wear, that other people would wear. So I'm pinning stuff on her, making skirts and little shirts. And so long story short, she later, like 4 or 5 months ago, she posted up on Facebook that she got a new clothing line. And it's named Unicorn. And she said she named it after me because she was living her dreams with Rosita and didn't know that she was living her dreams. And I convinced her to start another clothing line. And she said, I'm her unicorn.
Let me tell y'all something. Have y'all ever been to Booyaka? You know the store Booyaka? You never seen that store? It's a store called Booyaka. In there, in Booyaka, they have mannequins. They just have mannequins. The mannequins in there fine. The mannequins fine. Like, mannequins fine. You buy the jeans because of how you saw them on the mannequin.
Yeah.
This is basically what happened, y'all. Y'all want me to translate? Let me translate. The woman made this woman an outfit and decided, you know something, there's other people shaped like this. I'm gonna go and start. So she got a MacBook 2300 and a clothing line dedicated to her. I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying. And I gotta go tell my partner that he was right. He waiting on my phone call. It's two things I know for sure. When you find on the flat screen something really wrong, fellas, you don't want to run into her in person. You just want to live on the screen. Cause y'all look at this woman now like this is bank. This woman ain't ask you for nothing. You bankrupt yourself. She ain't ask you for nothing. The woman said she jogging. Woman said she was jogging. Now you out there, you done caught a whole heart murmur trying to keep up with her because you jogging. I'm just saying. To the people. This ain't my life. This is my life. This ain't my life, people. This is my life. Yeah, man. I thought I was cute enough to buy me a MacBook. Like, hey, that's what you need, a MacBook.
No, you remember you buying people in the store everything they want.
That was my drug days. But now I'm a normal.
Are you still doing that? Look, are you still doing that?
Get all 4 of them ties. Get all 4 of them ties. Man, it ain't nothing. Get all 4 of them ties. Tie man, what you say that is? Tie man, what you say that is? No, give her the insurance. Give her the insurance on the tie. And make sure you keep one of her old ties as a spare so she can have a full size. But see, that's grown.
Oh boy.
When a woman make you come over with a truck because you need a hot water heater out of the house, it's nothing. You first of all, you ain't even got no truck, but you have found a truck. You know what I'm saying? That hot water heater.
You silly. It's funny that you said that.
I'm trying to tell y'all, this woman don't do much. This woman don't do. The woman got Angela Bassett shoulders. She got Angela Bassett shoulders. She ain't got to do a lot. She ain't got.
That because I grew up a fighter, I used to box and take karate and stuff, and I play sports.
See, if people see, I got on a sweatshirt in the middle of the heat. That's because you're a boxer. When you're a boxer, you always put on something hot. You know, I got a bag. I got both bags, speed bag, flex bag, jump rope, everything. That woman don't do a lot. That woman don't do a lot. That woman don't do a lot. I don't know if y'all know. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. She don't come out. She don't expose herself to the elements. That's why she look like that. She don't be out there in the elements. She takes all that there.
You said it. I play basketball. I shoot pool. I bowl. I play kickball, baseball. And I'm a radio host at 1100 AM. And we just did a kickball tournament not too long ago. And yeah, I love sports. Mississippi girl.
Do y'all see what I'm saying to y'all? Do y'all see what I'm saying to y'all? New MacBook on the new MacBook in the mail. I'm just saying. Look,
I want another one with a bigger screen.
Y'all get ready for this. Doom, doom, doom.
I want another one with a bigger screen.
The biggest one.
This screen is like this right here, like that size. I want another one with a bigger screen.
I don't think there's one past the newest one. I think I got the largest screen one in there. I don't know if it's one bigger than that. Other than that, you gotta go desktop.
It's one bigger than this because he said it's another one bigger than this one.
Hold on, let me go my MacBook. I was about to walk off the screen and go get my MacBook. I'm like, is one bigger than this one? Like, I ain't see that one.
He said it is. I'm gonna have it. But anyway.
I don't believe it. Hold on, let me call my son. Tell my son to bring my MacBook. Let me see. So it's one bigger than this one.
Oh yeah.
And I looked all on that thing. So it's one.
No, this is not a laptop. This is not the laptop. This is a desktop, and it's the flat screen.
That's why I say if it's one bigger than this joint, you got to go desktop. And I seen that one.
Yeah.
That's about 4,500.
Yeah, this like from my desk. It's about, I can't even have my hand all the way in, but it's pretty big. And he says it's a bigger one.
She want the one that they use for NASA.
He said that it's one like the size of a television there. A television, because this is pretty big right here.
That's the one for NASA. My boy got that in his office.
Yeah.
So okay.
I'm gonna have it.
You see how she just put that out there? Oh, I'm gonna have it. All she gonna do is just go in that store and look at it, and somebody gonna come by.
Actually, he already got it. He said I'm gonna have it soon.
You see what I said? He already got it.
No, he's like my investor. You know how everybody gotta have an investor for their business?
I ain't never had no investor. Not one time ever in life in my 22 years have I ever had an
You breaking up. Hello?
He my investor. Not one. Not one. Whoopi Goldberg never had an investor. She just had people. She had people that liked her talent.
I never had an investor.
Until up to when? To use the invest by looking at the computer.
Until like a year ago. And then, like I said, he said that since I'm doing so much and I do everything by myself, that he want to help me. That's good.
I want to help, but I don't know how much you're doing.
Well, don't worry about what he's doing. If you want to help, you just worry about you. What you gotta do?
Get off for a time. Get off for Is this interview over? I have decided I don't want to follow you on Instagram. I have made that decision. I'm not keep
okay. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm going to close the interview. Okay. Thank y'all so much for watching today. Y'all have been watching Living Your Dreams with Rosita with Ali, SIDDIQ, and Rosita Cooper. And thank y'all until next time. Let no one or nothing stop you from following your dreams. Peace and love, peace and blessings. Peace.
And you can get somebody to help you with your dreams.
God just blessed me right now.